Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21 and we've got something different to look at here today. This is going to be a video on the Reshade mod for MotoGP 21. Now I got this mod from Nexus Mods and you can find it with the link in the description down below if you want to try this out for yourself. And basically what this mod is all about is just reshading some of the textures in the sense of changing the darkness, the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, and just generally fiddling around with some of the lighting effects of this game. So for me, I also increased the saturation as you can see on screen right now, and I really like the way the colours pop. Like looking on the right hand side there for Alex Marquez's Honda, you can see the colours just really popping. But it also has a bit of an effect on the trees in the background here in Assen. They are rather green, so maybe I need to change that up a bit. But one thing I will say is this mod doesn't make your game look better. It makes the game look better to you. This is down to your opinion and your preference. So what you see on my screen right now, you may think that looks absolutely hideous. But for me, I quite liked it. I thought it looked good on my screen. Maybe the rendering doesn't do it justice, but at the time I did this, I really liked it. I will show you a comparison in a moment's time. As we finish this lap, I will swap it over to the original vanilla style from Milestone, and then we'll compare it later on. Now, I do find that it doesn't make a massive difference, but if you're really attracted to the detail, you will notice a few things. So, first and foremost, we'll get across the line in just a moment's time, and then I will click the button and we'll get a good understanding of what it's going to be. So, first and foremost, bang, it is now changed. It does look a little bit faded, the sharpness is not as strong, but you can't say it looks worse or better in my opinion. It looks very similar. One thing I will mention is though is you can change this however you want. You can have a ridiculous amount of contrast, you can have a ridiculous amount of saturation, or maybe even just increasing the brightness or even the sharpness. This mod is very, very easy to install, very easy to set up, and very easy to use in general. So I would highly recommend getting this if you're on PC, just testing it out. As you can see, we've gone back now to the more saturated version, a little bit more brighter, more colourful. It's just personal preference. For me, if I didn't have this mod, I wouldn't be mad. If I do have the mod, I may use it every now and again, not entirely sure, but we'll have a look at the rainy weathers, because I did find that the rainy weather did make a rather large improvement. So let's jump across to Le Mans with Danilo Petrucci, and this is the reshaded mod in Le Mans in the wet. So first and foremost, it's quite bright still, but with a lot of saturation for some of the bikes. The bikes look really colourful now, especially the KTM. I think it looks really, really nice. I think it captures that really eye-popping orange that you can see on screen right now, and even some of the other parts, like the darker parts of the track where things have got really damp, and some of the darker lines on the circuits, I do find that that looks a little bit more enhanced. Now, I'm not going to tell you it looks amazingly better or it's going to be completely out of this world like some of the graphics videos I've seen, but I still think it looks very, very solid. As we did in Assen with Franco Morbidelli, I'll show you in a moment's time the difference between the vanilla to the reshaded mod. I'll do that on the approach up to Shimano Buff, because I need to be in a straight position to hit the insert button to change it from the mod on to mod off. So as you can see right now, the mod is on, it looks great. I'm very impressed with the way it looks in the wet conditions and the rainy surfaces. But as we bring on the acceleration, we're going to change it over now, and as you can see, looks a little bit faded once again. That's just obviously my preference with the actual modded version. I do prefer in the mod that you have that higher saturation compared to some of the sort of dustier, dirtier look, if that makes sense. I don't think it really pops as much as the other one. Now, you could say in real life it doesn't pop that much, but I don't know. I think it's down to preference. I really don't mind either or. It's a really difficult one to say, oh, I love this version, but I do prefer it in the wet for the modded reshade version. I did think that made a big difference, and it made it a little bit more eye-catching. Not massively, but it did help a little bit. So as you can see on screen, a cooler sort of atmosphere rather than the warmer temperature. I guess that's what I've gone for here compared, but you can customize this as however way you want. You want it really dark, you want it really bright, entirely up to you. Definitely check out the mod if you've never tried it before, or if you're just keen to try some sort of mods for MotoGP, you can nip over onto Nexus Mods and download it from there. So let's take a look at some screenshots. Here we go then, Danilo Petrucci in Le Mans. This is with the modded reshade version on. Now let's take it off and take a look at the original standard version. So as you can see, a little bit darker, a little bit greyer compared to the full saturation mod, and the blacks aren't seem to be as strong, but then when we go back, you can see the difference. Now, as I've mentioned many times before in this video, this is just the way I've set it up. You can set it up whatever way you want to. So if you find a better setting, then definitely give that a try. But if you like the way I've done it, I'll give you my details down below so you can see how I've done it. But we'll move across now to Valencia with one of the most brightest colour liveries in the game, and I wanted to get a good impression of what it looks like under the scorching sun. So this is Dennis Foggia on board the Leopard Honda, and as you can see, the light blue and the yellow really pop. Same as Jeremy Alcoba from the KTM as well, and even Darren Binder's Petronas Honda as well. It looks really tasty. Really eye-catching and really vibrant. I think vibrant is the word I'm going to really use for this one, because that's the way I've set it up for me. And compared to the vanilla, it's not as much. The saturation is much lower. The black levels seem to be a bit lower as well. But I want to reiterate the point that I'm making here, that both are great. You're not going to tell me that one looks terrible and one looks amazing. They both look good. And now we've turned it off, it's just not as colourful. That's the only difference, I would say. Some of the brightness settings as well and a little bit of the contrast, it does make a difference. It's not just all about saturation, but I've not really toyed with it that much. I've just toyed with it a little bit and found what I quite liked and left it at that. If you do have a particular setup with it that you tell me that is the best ever and it really changed the game, then let me know in the comment section down below and I'll definitely put it to the test. But one of the last couple of things I want to do is I want to jump into Qatar, because I do think with the lights being on there, the floodlights and the brighter colour bikes, I would like to see how that really pops with this saturation. And I think this is where I'm going to say kind of too much saturation. I think I might have gone a bit too far, because I don't think it really looks that realistic now. It looks very colourful, it looks very vibrant, it looks very nice, but I don't know whether it looks real anymore. It looks still more like a video game in the sense, I know the graphics aren't amazing to the point where everything looks like a real life, but I'm still toying with the idea of using this mod or not. I do like it and I like the vibrant colours. It seems more enjoyable and it seems just a new skin, a new fresh paint of coat on the game, if you will. And it doesn't change anything, it doesn't change the gameplay, it doesn't change anything in the career mode or anything like that. It's just simply a little mod just to change a few reshaders. Just a little mod just to change a few shaders, that's pretty much it. But that is pretty much it for me in the sense of mentioning this mod. We will change it over so you can see the difference in just a moment's time. We'll do that on the back straight going over towards turn 1 in just a moment's time. We're just on the cusp of getting past Maverick Vinales, trying to get on through the Spaniard, but not quite able to come to fruition just yet as we go on the left-hand side. And now bringing on the power. Good to see Alicia Spargo and Aprilia up there in the top 5. So now when we get onto the straight, I will change it over, and I want to see your opinions. Let me know in the comment section down below. Does it look better with my saturation mod, with the Reshade mod, or does it look better like this? A little bit grainy, a little bit dirty, a little bit faded. This is the vanilla version compared to the modded Reshade you've just seen a moment ago. So let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll discuss it in the chat. And I guess we're going to find the best settings for MotoGP 21 in the terms of reshaders. So upon that note, guys, thanks for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.